2 weeks from standing at an altar, looking into Lauren's eyes, promising forever like it was a measurable thing. The deposits were paid. The guest list finalized. My suit hung in the closet at home, wrapped in plastic like a symbol of certainty. I remember smiling when my phone buzzed. Lauren. Of course it was her. I didn't even hesitate before opening the message. I expected something small, something harmless. Flowers. Seating charts. One last detail she wanted to obsess over. Instead, the message read, "I'm pregnant." That was it. 2 words. No emojis. No build-up. No soft landing. Just a statement heavy enough to crush a man's chest in an instant. The noise of the office faded. Keyboard stopped clacking. Phone stopped ringing. It felt like the world stepped back and watched me react. I read it again. Then again. Pregnant. A word that rewrites everything. My heart slammed against my ribs. My mouth went dry. Pride, shock, fear, joy. All of it collided at once, like emotions fighting for dominance. At my age, pregnancy doesn't feel abstract. It feels final. It feels like responsibility arriving early and knocking loudly. I pictured a small bedroom. Soft blue walls. Late nights. Purpose. I was going to be a father. And then my thumb scrolled. I've been thinking. I want to put my ex's name on the birth certificate. It would be more meaningful. The warmth vanished. Instantly, like someone opened a window in winter and let the cold rush in. I stared at the screen, convinced I'd misread it. I locked my phone. Unlocked it. Read it again. The words didn't move. My hands went numb. My pulse roared in my ears. More meaningful. The phrase echoed in my head like an insult dressed as logic. More meaningful than what? More meaningful than me? Than the man she was about to marry? Than the supposed father of her child? She hadn't said the baby wasn't mine, but she hadn't said it was either. And mentioning her ex, in the same breath as a pregnancy announcement, wasn't surreal. The banquet hall at the Lexington Grand shimmered like wealth pretending to be warmth. Crystal chandeliers burned overhead, their light bouncing off polished marble floors and white linen tablecloths so pristine they looked untouched by reality. The air smelled like money. Perfume layered over expensive cologne, steak and truffle oil, and something sharper beneath it all. Ambition, the kind that smiles while calculating. This was Northbridge Technology's annual executive gala. Awards, promotions, applause engineered to sound genuine. Across the room stood my wife. Let's call her Rachel. She wore a navy blue gown that hugged her frame like it was tailored for power. Every movement caught the light. Every laugh drew attention. She didn't just attend rooms like this. She owned them. Rachel thrived under fluorescent boardroom lights. She knew how to tilt her head, when to pause before speaking, when to laugh softly so men felt intelligent around her. At Northbridge, she was the rising star. Me? I stood near the bar, alone, holding a glass of whiskey that tasted like regret soaked in burnt oak. I'd stepped away from the spotlight 15 years earlier, and I'd never bothered explaining why. Not to them, not even to her. That was my first mistake. Rachel and I hadn't always been like this. Once, she used to ask how my day was, and actually wait for the answer. Once, she believed me when I said I was working on something. But success changes the gravity of a relationship. The more her career rose, the quieter I became. Not because I failed, because I chose not to compete. She didn't see that. She saw what was easiest. A husband who didn't attend meetings, didn't wear a badge, didn't brag. So she filled in the blanks herself. And she let others do the same. Rachel laughed at something Derek Marshall whispered into her ear. Too close. Too familiar. Her manicured hand rested on his arm. Effortless. Unthinking. Derek was Northbridge's golden boy. Loud confidence. Designer suit. Teeth always showing. The kind of man who mistakes arrogance for leadership. Next to him stood Jonathan Pierce, the CEO. Silver-haired. Razor-sharp suit. Smile carved from entitlement. A man who made fortunes off other people's sweat and always wanted more. Then Derek saw me and raised his voice, like he was calling a dog across a lawn. Hey, Luke, come join us, buddy. That grin. The kind men wear when they believe they own the room. Rachel looped her arm through mine as I approached. Her corporate wife smile snapped into place. That smile wasn't for me. It was for them. Derek lifted his champagne glass. So tell us, Luke. What's it like being married to Northbridge's superstar? Pause. Smirk. Must be nice having a woman pay your bills, huh? Laughter. Real laughter. People turned in their chairs. Rachel didn't flinch. Didn't defend me. Didn't even hesitate. She laughed too. That was the first cut. Clean. Deep. Then Derek leaned in closer. Voice louder. Seriously, man, what do you do all day while she's out winning awards? Netflix? Golf? Naps? More laughter. Jonathan chuckled politely, just enough to seem friendly. Then Derek delivered the line that snapped something cold inside me. What's it like being a loser living off your wife? The sound hit me like shattered glass. Eyes on me. Rachel's hand still on my arm. Unmoved. Unbothered. I didn't yell. Didn't defend myself. I let the laughter burn itself out. Then, I straightened my tie and looked Jonathan Pierce directly in the eyes.